This is very important information. None of it is an advertisement to take your money. So that fireplace effect that we hear in every episode, let's just turn. I'll just turn on the fire here.
It's a fireplace.
That is a fireplace that you're hearing.
It's a fireside chat that we're having between us and you, the listener, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Okay, you're going to hear some current event talk in this episode that is not current.
Yes, we recorded several episodes before we went live. So if you like what you hear at all, please support us on iTunes by just giving us 5 stars so that more people know that we're out here shouting into microphones.
Yes.
Also, well, you can talk about this because I hate this.
Jim hates this part of the show. You can vote for your favorite idea that we came up with in each episode. In the show notes, there's a survey link, and we will, maybe, at some point in time, do a bonus episode based on the winning idea.
Finally, if you have anything you want to say to us, anything at all, hopefully it's nice things. But even if it's not, if you have feedback for us, hit us up on any of our social media platforms or on the email. You can email us at doyouwanttomake-a-podcast@gmail.com.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, @doyouwanttopod. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you, and we hope you enjoy.
Enjoy. I love you.
Bye.
Except hello, because now the show's starting.
Such good pretzel.
Yes. This pretzel's keeping me alive right now.
This episode brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory. Yep.
All right. Take 3.
We've been rolling for 1 minute and 18 seconds.
Yeah, I know. But take 3. Thanks for listening. I hope that you're liking it. I hope it's not as bad as right now all the time.
Wow.
I'm just saying I'm having trouble thinking. And I just ate a pretzel and it was really good and I would like another one.
Do a podcast about pretzels.
Let's come back to that in 1 second because first we have to make sure that we say, hello, Joe Godley.
Hello, Jim Bloss.
Do you want to make a podcast?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Absolutely do.
Great. So Pretzel-Cast.
Pretzel-Cast. And well, for any new listeners, Jim and I are the best of friends. We are full of ideas. We cannot settle on any of them. And here we are today.
And we're trying to make the perfect podcast.
Yeah, I was against that goal for the longest time, but I'm finally on board with it. Let's make the perfect podcast.
I mean, if you're going to do it, you better do it right.
Yeah.
Am I right, ladies?
Yeah, you're right, Jim. I'm a crowd of girls.
Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome. Okay, bye now.
Okay, bye. Thank
Bye,
you for
girls.
coming.
I'm
Bye.
shy, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything while they were here.
Yes. So Pretzel-Cast.
Pretzel-Cast. Ooh. Yeah. Pretzel-Cast.
Pretzel-Cast.
What's your favorite kind of pretzel, Jim?
Oh, that's so hard. That is like genuinely hard because first off, I love all pretzels, especially soft pretzels, but I also love hard pretzels.
Yep.
They're just all so great.
Yeah.
We just had a pretzel from the Philly Soft Pretzel Company. They're very good.
So good.
You can't go wrong with an Auntie Anne's pretzel, but an Auntie Anne's pretzel is more of a
Very distinct.
dessert pretzel almost.
Yep.
Because it's very buttery.
Yep.
Then, I get a soft pretzel at Wawa all the time because that's yummy.
As you do. As all of us do.
There are super pretzels. There are movie theater pretzels. There are, which I think are still super pretzels. There are.
You had a conspiratorial look on your face. You were like, I know that they're just.
I mean, Super Pretzel is a pretty big company.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about what. Can I tell you a confession?
Please. It's just you, me, and all the listeners here.
Yeah. because I think it will stimulate discussion.
Ah, good.
When I was a young boy,
Your father.
one of my one of my favorite snacks was I would make a soft pretzel, or really, usually my mom would make me a soft pretzel in the microwave. A super pretzel, classic super pretzel. And then I would also get like a kid, I think it was usually Trix yogurt.
Oh.
And I would dip the pretzel in the yogurt.
How was that?
It was pretty good.
What flavor yogurt? I gotta know.
It would vary.
Okay.
The Trix yogurts were those things that were like the two different colors.
Yeah.
There was like a strawberry banana one. There was like a double berry one. There was like a watermelon-y one, maybe. I don't know.
Yep.
I remember like strawberry banana is just generally one of my most enjoyed fruit flavor combos for yogurts and smoothies and things like that. So I liked that one.
And I can see the warm pretzel with the cool yogurt
Yeah.
being divine.
Yeah. And I mean, in this day and age, that's now like, instead of chocolate covered pretzels, there's a lot of places that do like yogurt covered pretzels instead. Like hard pretzels, which are also pretty good, really.
Yeah, my favorite hard pretzel right now is it's like the honey wheat pretzel twists.
Oh, yes.
So like you
Oh my
think,
gosh, I haven't had them in so long, but they're so good.
you think they're good for you because it's like, oh, wheat. It's not a whole pretzel, it's just a little stick, but then you have I eat
the whole bag.
I eat handfuls of these things.
I would get those and a jar of peanut butter, and it would be like my own secret private jar.
Nutella?
So I would just dip it.
Also,
Ooh, Nutella too. Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
We've gone a while here on pretzels, and I should give a shout out to one of our devoted listeners, a friend of mine from day one, Mr. Robert Sorg, Captain Bob is the biggest pretzel fan I know. Love you, Bob, and I'm sorry that we've been tempting you with this pretzel talk this whole time.
I have to get in one more nod to pretzels.
Keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
No, yeah. Another great hard pretzel treat. I think it's Snyder's of Hanover has these things called butter snaps.
What?
That are pretzels, and they're like waffle, like lattice pretzels, like little squares, and they are a pretzel, but then they have like this buttery taste to them as well. That is just so good. Oh, it's so good.
I want one right now.
That's another thing where I could eat the whole bag.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I think we this is a winner of an idea.
Yeah, I think Pretzel-Cast has some merits.
Because you can even go like pretzel bun food, right? Like pretzel bun burgers.
Pretzels are, well, actually, I feel like the pretzel craze has kind of died down a little. I feel like a couple years ago, pretzels were so hot. Like
hot right now.
They were so hot
pretzels.
Right now. The pretzel craze has died down a little bit, but
yeah.
I'm ready. I think the Pretzel-Cast would bring it back.
And we could also go with like people who are good at like putting themselves into the shape of a pretzel and just talk to them.
Yeah.
Be like, what other shapes you got? You got to have more than just the pretzel.
Pretzel buns, pretzel people, pretzel candy.
Pretzel M&Ms. Those things. I feel really very strongly about these because I don't know what they do, but the combination of salty pretzel and chocolate, like that's a thing. Chocolate covered pretzels.
Chocolate covered pretzels are incredible.
This is not a new idea, but specifically pretzel flavored M&Ms. There's something about their ratio of pretzel to chocolate. Mm-hmm. I think there's actual drugs inside of them, like there's nicotine or there's crack or there's something in them. My buddy and I, Buggy, his last name's Buggy. Hey, Bug, if you're listening to this. We went through a family-sized bag of pretzel M&Ms in like 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Between the two of us.
Oh, yeah.
And then we started on another family-sized bag like a day later. It just doesn't stop. Yeah. I cannot go near them.
Yeah. It's
bad.
Yeah.
And now I want them more than anything.
Yeah.
Getting a little sweaty. Okay.
All right. So the Pretzel-Cast has some definite merits.
Yep.
But why don't we move on? I have another idea, which is really starts with an apology. One, I can hear the vacuum coming from upstairs. So if the vacuum has come onto the recording, I would just like to apologize for the vacuum. Let's do a podcast about household chores.
Oh, don't get me started. But do, because then that's the point.
Exactly.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know. We could talk about good chores. We could talk about bad chores. We could talk about ways to make your chore doing more efficient. We could talk about ways to make your chore doing more fun. Things like that. We could talk about our favorite chores. Mine is none of them.
Very good.
Yes, thank you. That was a lot of ideas. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I'm not just saying this for our own benefit, but I love listening to podcasts when I'm doing chores.
That's true.
That makes it fun.
Hey kids, do your chores right now
And listen to us.
and listen to us talk about chores. Wow.
Well, I might not like listening to a podcast about chores as I'm doing chores, but
I don't know. It'll make you feel like
I've
you're
never
not
tried
alone.
it. So yeah, you're right. It's like a solidarity thing.
Yeah.
So my favorite chores are, I like, the thing about chores that I like the most is how at the end of it, I feel so accomplished at having done something, but that doesn't mean I ever want to do chores or feel good about, the lead up to getting into them. Like, I hate it. It's like,
Oh no!
I don't want to do this.
Starting is the hardest part.
No. But there's something about having seeing tangible results of something that you did. Mm-hmm. And, when shit smells nice. Good one, Joe. When things smell nice, that leaves me with a good feeling. Like, oh, I made this stuff, clearly it's cleaner by how much better it smells.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah. No.
Other
That's true. It's easy when you're done to be like, oh, it was a good thing I did that.
Yeah.
But like when you start, because my biggest issue especially with things that with cleaning things, there's part of me that's always just like, well, it's just gonna get messy again.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something that I feel like only affects me. It's very hard for me to be like, oh yeah, I'll clean this up. It's not, I feel like it's not hindering my quality of life. And then I'll do it and I'll be like, well, maybe it was hindering my quality of life just a little bit. I don't know. It's tough.
It's not an easy thing. I kind of look at that the way I look at pretty much every healthy habit, which is I don't have to like to do this. I'm just going to do it because I know that it does benefit me, like exercising or, like brushing my teeth. I mean, yeah, I guess maybe sometimes brushing your teeth is fun, but not really. It's like, no, I'm just going to do it because it does benefit me, even if I don't have this like ecstatic feeling after I make my bed. And that's a bad example. Making your bed is kind of, I'm on the fence about that one, if that actually does anything. The only thing making your bed does, which I do buy into, is like if you start your morning with it, you're basically like telling yourself, I'm going to be productive today. I'm not going to
get back in here.
Right. I'm not going to get back. Yeah, exactly. So that's about the only good thing. But in terms of like, that is the epitome of what you were just saying. We're like, well, this is just going to get messy. Well, clearly I'm going to toss and turn in this bed. So what the hell's the point?
Yeah.
Usually my bed is like, I just don't want the sheets on the floor.
Yep.
So as long as it's on the bed, I'm cool with it.
Yep.
Or if someone else is going to like see my room, then I'll make the bed. But
yeah,
if it's just me, that thing's not getting made.
Yeah. Defo. Agree.
Yeah. So podcast about chores. Cool.
I'm bringing the hot topics this week, baby.
Your face was, you looked about as excited to make a podcast about chores as you probably do doing chores themselves, which is to say you did not look excited at the idea.
This is an audio medium. I can I can put energy into my voice without having energy all over my face.
It's fair.
That's just the kind of person I am. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What else? I might have some ideas on here.
Yeah, bring me something.
Yeah. This is just a quick one.
Go.
Just one more. I'm just adding one more onto Norman. Just one.
Oh my god.
We don't have to go into it. I just want to add to the catalog of rhymes, and then we'll move on. Norman the Core Man, like CORPS, like
Okay.
fighting in the core. Okay, we're gonna move on.
Great. Let's move on.
Guilty pleasure pop songs.
Have we talked about this before?
Well, I have. Me in the first episode talking about Demi Lovato's "Sorry Not Sorry" is kind of like that, but then by the end of it, I wasn't guilty about it. I was like, no, I like this song.
Yeah.
So, or just guilty pleasures. It doesn't have to be pop songs. Just let's go guilty pleasures. Let's keep it broad. Guilty pleasures. Go.
Okay. I can do that.
Yeah. Roll with it.
Yeah, because I don't really have guilty pleasure with music because because first off, as we've established, I don't
Jim doesn't listen to music.
I don't listen to a lot of music
Right.
by my own choice. I prefer TV shows and talking to music, unless I'm singing. But if I had to have a guilty pleasure, it would probably be the television show Grey's Anatomy.
I did not know this about you, Jimothy.
Yes, which I do watch.
I am so excited to hear more.
So here's my story about me starting to watch Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy has been on for several years at this point. My parents watch it.
Okay.
It's probably 2008, maybe ish. 2009, maybe later.
At the time of the Great Recession, or is that the housing crash? What was 09?
They're more or less the same thing.
Great. So we're about things are about to get real fun in America.
I am sitting on the couch just hanging out. My mom's there. She puts on Grey's Anatomy. And I just am like, I guess I'll stay here and watch this. That's fine. And then, next week, it happens again. And then the next week, it happens again. And then, next thing you know, I'm a person that watches Grey's Anatomy. And it's funny because, it's not a bad show.
I'm sure it's not.
But it's not a good show.
Okay.
It's just like a show, It's like I don't even know why I still watch it.
Oh wow.
I still watch it.
Okay.
Semi regularly. I will watch every episode.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why. Cuz there are better shows,
Sure.
Game of Thrones. I've never watched Game of Thrones. I could watch that instead.
You could.
Or Westworld. Or or I could finish Breaking Bad. But the thing is about it, I think it's just the right amount of engagement. Where the problem with those shows is those shows deserve my full attention for a full 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Sitcoms, which I also love, deserve 90% of my attention for 22 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Grey's Anatomy, shitty TV shows deserve 50% of my attention, and that's why I don't watch them. Or I watch them while I do other things. Grey's Anatomy deserves 78% of my attention and still has storylines that are just interesting enough to keep me coming back to know what happens.
Cool.
I don't know. This is the most I've ever talked about it with anyone at all.
I'm loving this.
But I'm at the point where sometimes I'll still watch it with my parents and they'll be like, "Who is that guy?" And I'm like, "Oh, you don't remember that guy?" That's the guy that, and it's oh geez, what have I become? Who am I?
A guilty pleasure if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if anyone understands why I like Grey's Anatomy, Hit me up.
Email us at doyouwantomakeapodcast@gmail.com
Yes.
and be like, Jim, this is why you like Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
Well, you like it because you like it. I don't really know that you have to.
Yeah, no,
Unless
that's
you
true.
are-
I like it because I like it,
Yeah.
but like it is like cornball, and it is like kind of soap opera-y, and the medical event, like, you know, at this point, the main character is like almost died like 7 different times, and
Sure.
it's like no one human being would ever like experience this much trauma,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe
And
that's
so
maybe
it's
that's why
like-
you like it, because of, I don't want to say the absurdity, but
No, I was actually about to use that word too.
Yeah.
It is mildly absurd, in addition to being like, you know, it's just interesting, and it's a solid ensemble piece.
Yeah.
Like, I do prefer a TV show where, you know, it's not just centered around a single person as much as it is like a group, and examining the relationships between each person in that group.
cool, man.
I don't know. That wasn't funny at all, but you know.
Well,
What about you? Give me
well-
a guilty a thing.
a thing. Well, I'll give you a guilty pleasure to keep with the theme.
Yeah, that's it.
So, context. When I was growing up, you know, I have a sister who's 2 years younger than me. So when I'm
That's true.
10, I have like an 8-year-old sister, right?
That's
and
also
so
true.
on and so forth. And we still only have one TV in our house, which doesn't mean anything today because you can stream things on your phone, on your iPad, you know.
Right.
But at the time, before all that, when the TV was the only way to watch things, what one person was watching on the TV meant a lot because everyone else kind of had to watch it, or I guess go play stickball or whatever else we did.
Right.
Never played stickball, but but never too late to try. And my sister would watch typical things for, you know, that people her age or just people were watching at the time. I don't want to say chick flicks, but what are considered chick flicks.
Go on.
The Lizzie McGuire movie was played a whole lot. And I was a big fan of Hilary Duff and that movie. And in line with that was like, you know, Princess Diaries and just a whole bunch of, you know, what is classified
Princess
as...
Diaries is a good film.
Princess Diaries is a great film. Julie Andrews. How you doing?
Julie Andrews, yeah.
Love me some Julie Andrews. But yeah, so like pretty much all the stuff of that time that like I could never admit to as a kid because that's the stuff your sister watched or the stuff that girls watched. I had an excuse to watch them all because it was on the TV anyway.
It's what was on.
And what else was I gonna do?
Yeah.
And I really really liked them. I don't think I would ever go back to watch it because now I would just like call out like, oh, bad writing and be my usual grumpy self while watching a movie. But at the time, I ate it up.
Yeah.
Guilty pleasure. The Guilty Pleasure podcast kind of rolls off the tongue too.
GPP.
This could be it, Jim. And the Pretzel-Cast. Maybe it's peas. Maybe it's the plosives that just feels good to say.
Yeah.
But I'm a fan of both.
I did like both. I really like the Pretzel-Cast. I just want an excuse to eat a lot of pretzels.
I wonder if there really is a Pretzel-Cast though. Like that sounds like something that already exists. If not, someone will steal it. In which case we sue them.
Yes, I was about to say, what are we going to do with people who...
Well, we'll treat them with kindness and also with a court order.
He's probably kidding. Here's what I'll say. If you want to go and make a Pretzel-Cast because you're inspired by us, I respect you, and I respect your choices, and I appreciate your choices. Just give us some love, and make sure you tell people that the Pretzel-Cast idea was ours, I guess.
You can give Jim the love. I want the credit and money. Not a lot of money, but just, you know, a little something, something.
But I don't think we copyrighted the concept of Pretzel-Cast.
You cannot copyright an idea. It's not possible.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So thanks for... That just shattered my illusion of whatever money I was going to get from the Pretzel-Cast, Jim, is now gone because you can't copyright an idea.
I don't need money. I just need pretzels.
That's a... Okay. So
if you make the Pretzel-Cast, can you just send us some pretzels?
Lots of pretzels.
Regularly?
But don't send me pretzel M&Ms because I'll eat myself to death.
Fair.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're checking your phone.
I got on my phone. I'm checking my phone.
Hey Jim,
Yeah.
earlier in this podcast,
Yeah.
we discovered I had superpowers. It's fine, not a big deal. Can teleport sometimes. But we also discovered you made a boast saying that if I wasn't, careful, you would take that power away from me.
I did say that?
You did, and then we talked about Peter Petrelli and heroes, and
Oh, that's right. We did say that.
I'm just want to check in with you, man, and wondering, have you taken anyone's superpowers away recently?
No, because no one has crossed me. Especially no one with superpowers. I don't know many people with superpowers.
Uh-huh.
I know you.
Right.
I know. That's it.
Okay, but like just think back. Like if you were in a crowd of people, you don't get like a little itch or any indication that someone around you might be superpowered.
No, I'm
Nothing.
not Siler. I'm Peter Petrelli.
And Peter never had an itch. He never.
No, yeah. Peter Petrelli was honestly kind of he was a bad character.
He was great for a while. He was like God mode for a while, where he could keep collecting powers and hold all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to like, you only get one.
Yeah.
You only get one weapon at a time, Peter.
Classic case of heroes
That was
changing the rules completely arbitrarily.
That was a point pointed out to me by a good friend named Tariq. I forgot that about heroes, but God mode Peter Petrelli was really cool.
Part of me always wants to go back and watch Heroes again, and then part of me does not. Did you finish the Heroes reboot season?
I did watch all of Heroes Reborn.
I didn't even finish it because it got deleted from my DVR, and I was like,
That's
I don't even.
Probably for the best, my friend. It was it was a guilty pleasure, to say the least.
Yeah, really.
For realsy.
But so yeah, no, I haven't stolen anyone's powers because I don't know anyone with powers other than you, and I trust you.
Okay.
For now. For now.
Okay. If you stole my powers, would you like be able to use them, or you just kind of like?
No, I would just turn them off.
Oh, okay. So you're like, it's kind of like a negative energy thing.
Yeah, I just sometimes I go, stop that, and then you can't do it anymore.
Okay, fair.
I'm like a mom in that sense.
You
stop it,
mom powers. Oh, that's perfect.
Like she takes it away, not to use it, just because she doesn't want you to have it.
It's like
because it's annoying.
It's
her.
a toy. Okay, I love that. Okay.
I have $100 bill here.
You have a. It looks like a dog toy. It's a tiny pillow.
Yeah, it's a little pillow.
That's $100
like
bill at the same time.
It's nice and fluffy.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I just didn't know what else to say. It's kind of one of those things.
We can wrap up. We're at about.
Well,
it's getting to be that time.
We might. Let's
Should we recap?
Let's
Podcast about scatting. Okay.
Help.
So
help me, I don't know what I'm doing.
So this is going to be a podcast where Jim scats for like a half hour at a time. Oh, I love it.
Skeet up ba doop, scoop ba da boop ba doo, skitty ba doo beep bop ba doo bop bop. I don't have any other ideas.
Ba ba doo bow, yeah.
Wa cha cha.
Fantastic. You just want to torture me getting close to the mic, don't you?
Skeet bop bop bop, skeet bop bop.
That was a nice one. That was pretty.
Thank you. All right, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's cool.
I
yeah.
just don't really have anything else to say,
Look,
but I don't
think-
want to end this time with you.
Well, you know what I think?
Yes.
We're getting really good at this. Like we came out with like some serious winners right off the bat. Like it's going to be hard.
Pretzel-Cast. Pretzel-Cast is like, I want to make
So excited.
Excuse me. I want to make Pretzel-Cast, but more than that, I want to listen to Pretzel-Cast. And then also, I really just want to eat another pretzel.
And Guilty Pleasures was I think that's a wealth of information,
And I'm
especially
not kidding. If someone can explain to me why I like Grey's Anatomy so much, please hit me up.
and people, like, we could take live callers about their guilty pleasures. Like that's a serious gold mine.
Well, I don't know if we would take callers, but we could definitely
Take emails.
take people's tweets.
Yeah.
Tweet at us with your ideas, both about your guilty pleasures or about ideas for podcasts. You can find us on Twitter at Do You Want To Pod.
Also, Instagram and Facebook at Do You Want to Pod. We said the email before. I
But
think that
again, it's Do You Want To Make Podcast at gmail.com. Give us 5 stars on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or whatever you want to call it. Leave us a review. Also, tell your friends.
Yeah, that's a big one.
If you think that a friend would enjoy me scatting, then tell them that I do that sometimes on a podcast. Skeeb it up.
All right. Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom. I love you. Bye.
Bye.